Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, and who teach and rule well, and shalom to the Akim, who pushing this truth and sincerity out to the four corners of the earth. And I'm gonna entitle this "Built to Last," because you Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are built to last, starting with the elect, that's going to be delivered from nuclear judgment. And I say starting with the elect because right now, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, he is only dealing with the elect right now. But the whole nation of Israel, got that same power, as the elect, that can do anything, and they can create anything, but he is only for the nation of Israel. He ain't for you other nations. He created his chosen people to be a special people above all nations on the face of the earth. But only 1/3 of his people are gonna return back to their power. And stop worshiping the other nations' false gods, because their God doesn't exist. But the nation of Israel, God exists, and he is the one and only true power that exists. And the elect know that, but the rest of you Israelites don't. But I'm gonna start in the book of Genesis 25 and 23. Because Rebecca, which was our forefather's wife, she was pregnant with twins, which was Jacob and Esau, And it reads, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, and it goes on to say, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And we all know what nations of people turn red, when they do anything, This is verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bare them. And it didn't describe Jacob because he looked like everybody else in that land at that time. Going on to verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And we also know the so-called white man loves to hunt, and the so-called black man loves to sit around the house and chill. Okay? But later, a little further in the book of Genesis, our forefather Jacob, he wrestled a angel, and he had 12 sons, and each son was the start of his own tribe, but was still the nation of Israel. All right, and I'm gonna read it right here in Genesis 32 and 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. Right, the angel had tapped into his spiritual power, to get Jacob up off of him, But reading on, as he wrestled with him, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. Okay, so I looked up the word prevail, and it means to overcome, to gain the victory or superiority, to gain advantage. All right, so our forefather Jacob wrestled with the angel and won, and the angel changed Jacob's name from from Jacob to Israel, you know, for as a prince has power with God, you know. So that word Israel in our holy language, the Lashawan Kodash, it means Yasharala, which means he prince of power, you know. And and because the Most High kept his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the chosen seed line, through him we are better than any other nation. You know, we are stronger than any other nation, and that's why we are built to last. You know, he is in us, starting with the elect. You know, and I want to jump to the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and 2. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. All right, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is everything we need. You know, he knows what we need before we ask him. You know, acknowledge him through his son. You know, that's why we say in the name of when we acknowledge in our power, because we got to go through the son to even get to the Most High. All right, and this is Psalms 18 verse 32. It is God that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. All right. You call on the Lord, you know, when you know what I'm saying, want to do better, you know, or even when you're doing great, you know. You want to try to stop smoking, you know, drinking, committing adultery, you know, or to survive cancer, you know, whatever it is, you know, you call on him, you know, you acknowledge him, you know, through the Son. You know, it is him that give you the strength to overcome strongholds, not you alone. All right, this is Psalms 22 and 19. And it reads, but be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength, hast thee to help me. Israel, you are special. You know, you have something the whole world wants, even while being at the bottom of this society. But 2/3 of y'all don't want it. Y'all trying to give it to the other nation. But he is only for you lost 2/3, you know. But y'all don't care, and that's why the 1/3 of Israel, you know, which is the elect, is built to last, because they don't select it. Because they know what's up, you know. They came back to their power. And I want to jump down to chapter 84. You know, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 84, verse 5. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, and whose heart are the ways of them. You know, we trust in our power point blank period, and especially in these times that's coming. You know, because this truth is living waters. It give us hope, faith, you know, which leads to strength. So this is Isaiah chapter 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. You know, fear the Lord is his treasure. So we drink the living waters to stay alive and trust on our power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, through his words. You know, that's going to give us strength to endure to the end, while the rest of the world is going nuts, and these 2/3 of Israel is going to perish because, you know, they like being ignorant to these scriptures. The Bible tells us that it was written for our learning, you know, so therefore by the men of the Lord, you know, built to last, and mentally back then, they are gonna be the same way today, and that is called reincarnation. You know, and the Bible speaks on that. You know, and everybody that's here on earth today were reincarnated for judgment that's about to come in this lifetime. But the point of this lesson is Israel is built to last. You know, this is Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 8. Therefore shall ye keep all the commandments which I command you this day, that ye may be strong, and go in and possess the land, whether ye go to possess it. And we know that the commandments was only given to Israel, but we can't keep all of them because we are still in captivity. But we still keep the ones we can, to rehearse the righteous acts, to be found acceptable by the Lord, even though we're being saved through grace and not by the laws. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'm start at 16 and read to 17. Now our Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach himself, and Yahweh, even our Father, which hath loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work. And Lord willing, I'm in that number of the elect. I will endure unto the end, because I will be protected by our power, and he will increase my strength, because I've waited on him to rise up to the prey in these last days. And the prey being Esau, Edom, and you other nations, he will give his men spiritual power in that day of his return. All right. And this is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And that's those spiritual powers that's being spoken about. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, to someone who needed. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.